Sitting down today with Christian Richards, Artistic Director of INCEPTION Dance Company, and we're going to talk to him a little bit. Christian, can you please tell us some of your thoughts on traditional body types in dance and stereotypes that go along with non-traditional body types?
Absolutely. So it's pretty well known that, especially in ballet, there's a very specific body type that's acceptable. Long, willowy, open hips, very slender, and very stereotypically alike, right? That there's, you'll even see auditions that'll say, okay, we need ladies, 3 ladies from 5'5" to 5'7", 105 to 115, and that's a very limited selection of people, right? So everybody talks about the pros of that body type, especially when related to ballet. And yes, there's absolutely a million pros. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. There's so many companies that really present that mold, that type beautifully, and they're incredible, and they have long limbs, and they can, they can extend to the sky, and it's fantastic, and there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. However, there's also cons to that body type. Usually it's a little open, so it's more injury prone. Usually there's a little less strength involved because the body type is so light, so thin, so willowy, especially for gentlemen. And when you talk about other body types, everybody talks about the cons. Oh, she's too short, he's too large, various things. And they forget that there's pros for every body type. So a person who is slightly shorter and slightly thicker, right, has a lower center of gravity, can move quicker, and it's easier for them to do technique. So think of, if you're in the classical mode, think of Brezhnev. Brezhnev was not very tall. Spun like crazy, could get off the ground like crazy. Part of that is physics. It's not just talent. Right? Now, did he have the kind of line that, certain people who are, Kevin McKenzie, American Ballet Theater, 6'3", 6'4", had all this long line, but had to make adjustments, technically, did not turn as well as a Brezhnev did or as an Nureyev did, but was every bit as valid as a dancer and every bit as brilliant. That's what we're trying to do here at INCEPTION Dance Theater. There's brilliant, amazing dancers here, and that's not just my bias talking, that have not had opportunities because of the way that they look. If they walk into a studio or walk into an audition and people go, oh, well, that's not acceptable, or that's not acceptable, or you go with this group. But they can do certain things better than anybody else. One of the best dancers that I ever saw in my life was at Houston Ballet Academy when I was a student. It was level 8. She was 13 years old. She was about 4'11" on a good day, and she was built like a little linebacker. And she could outdo technically almost any principal in the company. That was a period of time when there was Lee Twin-Sen, all these amazing folks that were there. And she was incredible. She could do, a pirouettes, flattes for days with triples every other one, huge beats, out-jump most of the guys. And she didn't even get an apprenticeship when she became of age to do that. And they just released her from the school because of the way she was built. Now, unfortunately, because I was young and I was trying to get my career going, I didn't keep in touch with her. I wish I had. This was pre-Facebook, right? Pre-cell phone. And I wish I had. And I hope that she had a brilliant career somewhere because she was the most technically stunning dancer that I'd ever seen in my life. But she wasn't even looked at Houston Ballet because she didn't fit the mold. We're missing out. We're missing out on some of the most beautiful, expressive, passionate, amazing dancers. We're missing out. And if you feel you're one of those, come take class with us. We will celebrate you because we're all one of you too. And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.